Have you ever wondered why people truly fall in love with someone? It's not beauty, not money, not status. Real love goes deeper, deeper than what the eyes can see or the wallet can hold. The truth is, people fall in love with you for reasons you may not even realize. And today I'm going to reveal them. There are 8 powerful things that make people fall in love with you, things beyond appearance and wealth. Once you understand these, you shall see why hearts connect and bonds last forever. So make sure you listen carefully, because missing even one could change the way you see love forever. Number 1. Your energy and vibe. The very first thing that draws people toward you is not your looks, your money, or your achievements. It's your energy. The invisible vibe you carry everywhere you go. Think about it. When you walk into a room before you even speak, people can already sense something about you. They may not know why they feel it, but they feel it. Your energy speaks louder than words, and it sets the tone for how people perceive you. Positive energy is magnetic. If you radiate warmth, optimism, and kindness, people naturally feel lighter in your presence. They enjoy being around you because your energy lifts them up. On the other hand, if your vibe is heavy, negative, or constantly complaining, people sense that too, and it quietly pushes them away. Energy is contagious. What you carry inside is exactly what others receive when they meet you. Your vibe is not about faking positivity or pretending everything is perfect. It's about how you choose to show up every single day. Someone who walks with confidence, with calmness in their eyes, with peace in their words, creates an aura that others cannot ignore. People don't fall in love with material things. They fall in love with the way you make them feel, and that feeling comes directly from your energy. Think of those people who can walk into any space and immediately make it brighter. They may not be the most beautiful or the richest, yet people are drawn to them like a magnet. Why? Because their vibe feels safe, uplifting, and inspiring. They make others feel alive. That's the kind of energy that plants the seed of love in someone's heart. Your energy is shaped by your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions. If you carry gratitude, compassion, and confidence, your aura becomes something people crave. Love is not born out of appearance, it's born out of resonance, the invisible frequency where your soul and theirs connect. That connection is what makes someone say, "I don't know what it is about them, but I can't stop thinking about them." Number 2, the way you listen. One of the most underrated yet powerful reasons people fall in love with you is the way you listen. Not just hearing words, but truly listening with your heart. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, very few actually stop and give someone their full attention. And when you do, it creates a magnetic bond. People feel a deep connection to those who make them feel seen and understood. Listening is more than staying silent while the other person talks. It's about being fully present in the moment, removing distractions and giving someone your genuine focus. When you lean in, when you nod, when your eyes show that you care about what's being said, you communicate something more powerful than words. You matter. That simple message makes people feel valued, and it's often the foundation of real love. Think about it. When was the last time someone truly listened to you without rushing, without cutting you off, without waiting for their turn to speak? It probably made you feel respected, validated, even cared for. That feeling is unforgettable, and it's exactly what makes someone fall in love without even realizing it. Because love grows where someone feels safe to express themselves without judgment. The way you listen also reveals your empathy. When you listen with your heart, you're not just processing information. You're trying to understand their emotions, their struggles, their dreams, and people are naturally drawn to those who make them feel emotionally understood. It's not the beauty of your face that captures them. It's the beauty of your attention. A good listener creates comfort. They become the person others want to run to when life gets overwhelming, because they know they will not be ignored or dismissed. That safe space you provide with your ears and your heart becomes irresistible. Someone might forget the clothes you wore, the words you said, or the things you owned, but they will never forget how you made them feel when you listened without judgment. Number 3, your authenticity. Another powerful reason people fall in love with you is your authenticity. In a world full of filters, masks, and performances, being real is rare, and rare things are always valuable. Authenticity is when you stop trying to be what others want you to be, and instead show up as your true self. People are drawn to those who are unapologetically genuine because it feels refreshing in a society where so many pretend. When you are authentic, you give others permission to be authentic too. You create a safe space where they don't feel pressured to act perfect, impress, or hide their flaws. That comfort builds trust, and trust is one of the deepest roots of love. Someone may admire your looks or achievements, but they will fall in love with the way you make them feel accepted simply by being yourself. Authenticity is attractive because it reflects courage. It takes courage to show the world who you really are, to speak your truth, to admit your fears, to embrace your imperfections. That honesty is magnetic because it proves you are not hiding behind an image. People fall in love with the real you, not the version you think they want. And when they see that realness, it resonates with their own soul. Think about the people you've admired the most. Chances are, it wasn't because they were flawless, but because they were honest about their journey. They admitted mistakes, they showed vulnerability, and they lived in alignment with their values. That kind of transparency feels trustworthy, and trust naturally opens the door to love. Pretending to be someone else might win temporary attention, but it will never create lasting love. True love comes from connection, and connection only happens when two real souls meet. When you stand confidently in your truth, you become a mirror for others, showing them it's okay to be themselves too. That feeling is powerful, and it's why authenticity is irresistible. Number 4, emotional safety. One of the deepest reasons people fall in love with you is the emotional safety you create. Love cannot grow in an environment of fear, judgment, or insecurity. It flourishes where people feel safe enough to be their truest selves. Emotional safety is that invisible shield you provide. When someone knows they can open their heart without being attacked, mocked, or dismissed. When you create emotional safety, you are telling someone, you can show me your scars, your dreams, your failures, and your fears, and I will not run away. That kind of acceptance is rare, and that rarity makes it powerful. People fall in love not just because you make them laugh or smile, but because with you they feel free from the weight of pretending. They don't have to put on a mask, and that freedom is priceless. Think of the times when you've met someone who allowed you to express yourself fully. Didn't it feel like a breath of fresh air? That's the exact feeling others get when you create emotional safety. It's not about agreeing with everything they say, but about respecting their perspective and holding space for their emotions. That safe space builds trust, and trust builds love. Emotional safety is also about consistency in how you respond. If someone shares something vulnerable with you, and you respond with kindness instead of criticism, with understanding instead of mockery, you become a safe place in their world. And once someone experiences that, they will always crave your presence, because while anyone can give attention, very few can give safety. This doesn't mean you have to solve every problem or fix every struggle they share. Sometimes, emotional safety is simply being present, listening without judgment, and showing compassion. It's letting them know they are not alone in what they're going through. That kind of support is unforgettable, and it's why people often say, I love them because I can be myself with them. Number 5, your passion for life. Another reason people truly fall in love with you is your passion for life. Passion is like fire. It lights up everything around you. When you talk about something you love, when your eyes shine with excitement, when your voice carries energy and conviction, people feel it. Passion is contagious, and it makes you incredibly attractive because it shows that you are alive, driven, and connected to a purpose bigger than yourself. It doesn't matter what your passion is. It could be art, music, teaching, building, helping others, or even small hobbies you deeply enjoy. What matters is the way your energy shifts when you talk about it. People are naturally drawn to those who are enthusiastic, because enthusiasm inspires them to find joy in their own lives too. Your passion becomes a spark that ignites something within others, and they start associating you with that inspiration. Passion also reflects depth. It shows that you have more to offer than surface-level conversations. It reveals that you care, that you dream, that you believe in something worth working for. And that depth is irresistible, because it makes others curious. They want to know more about you, about what drives you, about what makes your heart beat faster. That curiosity often turns into admiration, and admiration turns into love. Think about it. When someone shares a story about their dream or a cause they deeply believe in, it pulls you closer to them. You can feel the energy in their words, and it makes you want to be part of their journey. That's the power of passion. It transforms ordinary interactions into meaningful ones, and it creates a bond that beauty or money could never achieve. Your passion also makes you stand out in a world where many people live on autopilot. Most people settle into routines, doing what they must but rarely showing excitement for life. When you come along with energy, drive, and enthusiasm, it feels refreshing. It makes people want to be near you because your passion gives them hope that life can be more than just survival. It can be joyful, purposeful, and full of meaning. Number 6, the respect you show. One of the most powerful reasons people fall in love with you is the respect you give them. Respect is not just about words, it's about how you treat others in every situation. It's the tone of your voice, the way you listen, the way you value their opinions, and the way you honor their boundaries. Respect is magnetic because it makes people feel seen, appreciated, and worthy. When you respect someone, you are telling them without words, you matter. That simple message can change the way they see themselves, and in turn, the way they see you. People often forget compliments, gifts, or even moments of excitement, but they never forget the way you treated them. Respect leaves a mark on the heart, and that mark becomes the foundation of love. Respect is also about equality. It's when you don't see yourself above or below anyone else, but instead treat them as a fellow human being with value. Whether you're speaking to a stranger, a friend, or a loved one, the way you show respect speaks volumes about your character. And character is one of the strongest forces of attraction. Think about how it feels when someone truly respects your boundaries, when they don't force you into things you're not ready for, or when they honor your decisions even if they disagree. That kind of behavior creates trust, and where there is trust, love begins to grow, because people feel safe giving their heart to someone who respects it. Respect also shows in the small details, like remembering someone's name, acknowledging their efforts, or giving credit where it's due. These small actions may seem ordinary, but they build extraordinary bonds. They show that you notice, that you care, that you value the presence of others. People fall in love, not because of the things you own, but because of the way you treat them. The respect you give becomes a mirror of how they feel about themselves when they are with you. When you elevate others instead of diminishing them, when you make them feel important without needing to prove yourself, that is when love naturally takes root. Number 7, your humor and joy. Another reason people fall in love with you is your humor and the joy you bring into their lives. Life can be heavy, stressful, and full of challenges. But when someone finds a person who can make them laugh, who can lighten the weight of their worries even for a moment, that person becomes unforgettable. Humor is not just about telling jokes. It's about having the ability to create lightness, to find joy in little things, and to share that joy with others. Laughter has a special power. It breaks down walls, it melts away tension, and it brings people closer together. When you make someone laugh, you give them a gift that stays in their heart. They may not remember everything you say, but they will always remember how you made them feel when they couldn't stop smiling. That feeling is addictive, and it's one of the reasons love begins to grow. Joy is also a form of energy. When you approach life with playfulness, optimism, and lightheartedness, People naturally want to be around you. Your presence becomes a relief from the seriousness of the world. You become the safe space where they can breathe, relax, and be happy. And love always grows in places where happiness is present. Think about the people you've admired or felt close to. Chances are, many of them had the ability to make you laugh even during difficult times. That gift is powerful because it shows strength, the strength to find brightness even in darkness. It shows resilience, and resilience is deeply attractive because it proves that you are not defeated by life, but instead choose to rise above it with joy. Humor also creates connection. Sharing laughter builds memories, inside jokes, and moments that feel intimate and special. Those memories become the thread that ties people closer. Someone may forget the material things you've given them, but they will never forget the times you made them laugh so hard they forgot their pain for a while. That joy becomes a reason their heart leans toward you. Number 8. Consistency and loyalty. The final and perhaps most powerful reason people fall in love with you is your consistency and loyalty. In a world where so many things are temporary and uncertain, loyalty stands out as one of the rarest and most valuable traits. People may be impressed by your charm, your talents, or your looks, but what makes them stay, what makes them truly give their heart, is knowing you will not abandon them when times get hard. Consistency builds trust. When your words match your actions, when you show up the same way, whether life is smooth or rough, you create a foundation of reliability. People don't fall in love with empty promises. They fall in love with those who keep their promises, with those who remain steady even when circumstances change. That steadiness becomes a source of comfort, because deep down everyone longs for someone they can depend on. Loyalty, too, is magnetic. It means standing by someone not only when it's convenient, but also when it's difficult. It's about defending them when they are not present, supporting them when they are weak, and believing in them when they doubt themselves. That kind of loyalty is rare, and it creates a bond that is nearly unbreakable. Think about it. How many people come into our lives, shine for a moment, and then disappear when things no longer benefit them? That's why loyalty is so attractive. It separates the temporary from the lasting, the shallow from the deep. When someone feels that you are truly loyal, they see you not just as a passing presence, but as a permanent place in their heart. Consistency and loyalty also prove character. They show that your love is not based on conditions or temporary emotions, but on commitment and integrity. Beauty may fade, money may fluctuate, circumstances may change, but loyalty endures. It says, I am here, not because it's easy, but because I choose you. That choice is what makes people fall in love in the deepest way, because it assures them that your heart is not easily swayed.